In terms of the eligibility for postgraduate courses, if you're an international student, the following information on admissions and fees may not be applicable for you. We do have Corinne from Curtin International who is working with us this evening, and she will be available to assist you in the courses expo. I don't think Corinne's in here now, is she? She's probably outside on the international area. In terms of eligibility for entry, academic requirements will vary depending on the different courses. Generally, eligibility will include an undergraduate degree. However, with many graduate certificates, you can enter through significant work experience. We do recommend, though, that you do speak to the faculty that you are interested in studying with, because there are different requirements and different experience levels for entry. So please take the time to speak to somebody about a specific course that you're interested in. If you do meet the requirements, well, then you should feel confident that you'll gain entry, because it's not guaranteed in every case, but if you can see that you meet the requirements, then feel confident in putting forward your application. For us, English is a must as an entry for a course at Curtin, and all applicants must satisfy the university's English requirements. Now, if you're already an Australian undergrad, have a relevant Australian undergraduate degree, you automatically meet the English entry requirements. The same if you completed English at Year 12 TE level. The International English Language Testing System and the Curtin University Test of English are also common means of gaining entry. IELTS, as it's called, the International English Language Testing System, can be done for anyone. That's both domestic and international students, and it tests listening, reading, writing and speaking. CUTE, as it's called, will satisfy the English requirement for Curtin University if you pass, but it may not be applicable for other universities. You must get a score of 6.5 in IELTS, that's out of 9, or a score of A in the Curtin or CUTE system of testing. It is important to note, though, that some of the faculties, and I think it may in fact also be for some health science courses, they may not accept this score. So it is important to check to make sure that you meet the English requirements before you apply. There is a long waiting list for the IELTS test. It could actually take up to 3 months to book in a testing date, but the results are turned around within 2 weeks. The cost will be about $330. Curtin doesn't run testing, but there are 4 testing centres in Perth. The CUTE test, the Curtin test, usually you've got to wait about 2 to 4 weeks to get into the test. The results are turned around within 1 week, and it currently costs $150, but as of the 1st of January next year, it will be $180. The next test date is October the 26th, and then it'll be November the 9th, and there are 6 more testing dates for the remainder of this year. If you're looking for practice test packages, they're also available for purchase for both of those tests. Let's talk a bit about the application process. All your applications go directly to your faculty. When it comes to applying, you need to fill in an application for admission to a postgraduate degree. It is important to note that some courses have specific requirements for application. Please check the website for the list of courses to download any specific requirements. I know it sounds basic, but please read the guidelines for application. It just makes it so much easier for you in expediting that. Saves a lot of toing and froing. Make sure you do attach the certified copies of any documentation that need to accompany your application. Australian residents born outside of Australia must submit a certified copy of their Australian citizenship certificate or passport evidence of their permanent residency. As I said, all your applications go directly to your faculty. There is a copy of the application form in the information packs available this evening. But you can also get a form if you download it from the Future Students section of the website, and that website address is actually up there for you. Now, if you're applying for grad dip education, you must apply through TISC, directly through TISC with that one. For international students, we do have the Curtin International booth available outside, and they do have copies of their application forms as well. These need to be submitted directly to Curtin International. Now, if you have a previous course of study or work experience, you actually may be able to complete your degree in a shorter amount of time, and that would be through the recognition of prior learning. So inquire about that as well if you think you might have some availability there for that recognition. All applications are assessed on a case-by-case basis. Important information for closing dates, and they are different by faculty. So notice that Curtin Business School closing date for applications is 30th of November. For Health Sciences, 10th of February, although there may be exceptions to that. Humanities is 31st of January. Science and Engineering, 10th of February. And the Graduate School of Business is 2nd of December, so that you can be with trimester 1.